I have to make. Last week, I was just looking at the ending to know the meaning. Now I need to look at the ending and I need to look at the letters. Right, okay. So quickly, what I want you to do is just partner up with somebody. You say the scale to them, let them say the scale to you. And then we can move on, inshallah. Bismillah. Attention, attention. We are moving on now. Right. So what I want us to do now is, we're going to learn another set of root letters. So we had fa'ala in the bag. We'll understand a little bit about why I said it's so important to learn that fa'ala scale. Right? Because all the other words we're going to learn is going to leverage off that scale for now, right? So if you didn't cover that sufficiently, please, it's never too late. Do it. Remember the scale, inshallah. And if you had difficulty memorizing the scale, at least focus on those endings. Alright? Okay, so we're going to move on to another word. We didn't pick these words randomly. These are like foundational words in the Arabic language. That's why I started, the first word that you learned basically would be fataha. Other than the actual scale, the mold, the template, would be fataha. And then we're going to learn a new word there. What does that say? Daraba. Right. So fataha means to open. Daraba means what? To hit. How do so many people more know that? Huh? Don't know. Astaghfirullah. What you people are into, hitting people. Yeah. Okay, yes, that's correct. Daraba means to hit. So say that scale for me. Daraba, darabu, darabat, darabna, darabta, darabtum, darabti, darabtunna, darabtu, darabna. Again, everybody. Daraba, darabu, darabat, darabna, darabta, darabtum, darabti, darabtunna, darabtu, darabna. One more time. Daraba, darabu, darabat, darabna, darabta, darabtum, darabti, darabtunna, darabtu, darabna. Right. What does darabtu mean? I hit. What does daraba mean? He hit. What does darabat mean? She hit. What does darabna mean? They, many females, hit. What does darabtunna mean? You, many females, hit. You see what I did again? We just changed the root letters. And that brought about a whole new word. So in fact, the only bit of information you need to remember is that there on top. The root letters da, ra, ba mean to hit. If you know that, if you keep that one piece of information in your mind, you should be able to form from your knowledge of the scale the rest of the whole thing. Whatever else is on the board. Like if I were to, okay, now I'm going to have to change the whole slide to show you that. If I were to take everything else of this board here and you could only see that piece here on top, and you could piece here on top, you should be able to form everything else that's on this board. Just by your knowledge of that scale, fa'ala, fa'alu, fa'alat, fa'alna, fa'alta, fa'altum, fa'alti, fa'altunna, fa'altu, fa'alna. Right. Let's learn another one. What does that say? Nasara. What does Nasara mean? Nasara means to help. Right, so say let's go from everyone. Nasara, Nasaru, Nasarat, Nasarna, Nasarta, Nasartum, Nasarti, Nasartunna, Nasartu, Nasarna. Again. Nasara, Nasaru, Nasarat, Nasarna, Nasarta, Nasartum, Nasarti, Nasartunna, Nasartu, Nasarna. One more time. Nasara, Nasaru, Nasarat, Nasarna, Nasarta, Nasartum, Nasarti, Nasartunna, Nasartu, Nasarna. Okay. What does Nasartu mean? I helped. Right. What does nasara mean? What does nasartunna? Not they. Tunna. Nasartunna. You, many females, helped. Okay. What does, there's not even so many options. What does nasarna mean? We help. Right. So alhamdulillah. It take a little bit longer for some than others, but for the most part, alhamdulillah, we're able to hear the word now and then we're understanding what we're saying. Nasarna, we help. All that we learned new today is, we learned fataha, daraba, nasara. And because we learned those three words, we could form this entire scale from them. We just learned the meaning attached to that one word. Now you think this is as far as it extends. I'm going to tell you, you will be able to know at the end of Sarf. 10 times 12. 120. You'll be able to at least make give me a second. Okay, this is like a very not accurate mathematics. I can do the correct calculation for you. But you should be able to create close to 2,000 words from just learning all of your Sarf scales, right? And so every time you get a piece of information like Nasara, by just getting that piece of information, Nasara, you should be able to form about 2,000 words after you've learned all your Sarf scales. But inshallah we're getting there. Now we're forming 10. But if you just bear with me with the Sarf, right, you'll see at least by the end of this course, this a bit of Sarf that you want to do for in the first year, maybe in the first half of the first year, you'll at least be able to form about 120 words. With each bit of information that you get like that, Nasara, without learning anything more, you will on your own, inshallah, be able to form at least 120, I should actually say maybe 120, 130 words. Just from that. That's why it's so important, and that's why I stress the importance of just learning that fa'ala scale. And there's one more scale that I'm going to stress this with the same amount of emphasis, you must memorize it, right? Because you see what we're doing now. We're learning a template, and then we're just throwing other muffin mixture into that tray. And this is what makes Arabic easy to learn. Right? This is what makes Arabic easy to learn. There is some effort, you're not going to get it without any effort. But it's efficient in that with a bit of effort, the results that you can get from that is quite a lot. So today we learned 3 words, but we learned how to form 30 words. Today we learned 3 words, and we learned how to form 30 words. Now, yes, we're learning Sarf and we're learning Nahw and all of those things, but really, for you to understand a language, you have to understand words in that language. Right? So the language, the Arabic language is structured in such a way that by learning a few concepts, you can learn lots of words. You can learn lots of words. So alhamdulillah for that. Right? But now, what I need you to do is not forget these words. Not forget the scale, not forget the concept, not forget the words as well. So what concepts have we learned thus far? Our time is actually up, but I just want to go through this so that you can have it in your mind. We learned 2 concepts thus far. Right? The one concept was changing the ending and how that changes who does the action. Right? Then the concept that we learned today is changing the first 3 letters or the root letters and how that changed the action that was being done. So 2 concepts we learned. And then we learned 4 sets of root letters. Fa'ala, fataha, what's the second one? Daraba and nasara. Right. So with that, inshallah, you should be able to do your homework. What's the homework that you have? On the top of the page it says Sarf exercise 2, right? And just as the other exercise was, you have some Arabic words, I want you to translate them to English, and you have some English words, I want you to translate them into Arabic. But just to solidify the scale in our mind, what I want you to do is, nobody's going to check if you do it or not, it's for your own good, right? I don't know if anybody checks. Okay, this won't be checkable. But when you see the word darabna, try and say the whole scale till you get to that word. So when you see darabna, I know you know it means we hit. But say for yourself, daraba, darabu, darabat, darabna, darabta, darabtum, darabti, darabtuma, or darabtum, darabti, darabtunna, darabtu, darabna, okay, darabna, let me write it in. What's the next word there? Fatahtum, let me say the scale till there. Fataha, fatahu, fatahat, fatahna, fatahta, fatahtum, okay, there I'm at that part of it, let me write it down. It means a lot of repetition, right? But the repetition, there's a saying in Arabic, not to liken anybody to anything, we are human beings, but the expression has meaning. It says, at-tikrar wa at-takrar yu'allimu al-himar. Even if you think, I can't get the stuff, the saying says, with repetition, even a donkey can learn. So alhamdulillah, none of us are donkeys, right? With enough repetition, inshallah, it will sink in. It will sink in one way or the other. Either by you knowing the scale in that form, or you will at least know the concepts that you require to understand the meaning of that scale, inshallah, right? So, the homework, words, I want you to translate them from Arabic to English, English to Arabic. But when you come across each word, say the scale until that word, and then you write it in. It's just for your own repetition, right? So we've seen a little bit about how we can extend the meanings of words here. Are there any questions? Was the concept understood by everyone? You must never feel shy. Two people never learn. اثنان لا يتعلمان المستحي والمتكبر. The person that's too shy to ask questions because you feel, everybody's going to think I'm dumb. And the mutakabbir, the person that's too arrogant. Or rather the mustahi is, no, I think my question is silly. The mutakabbir, the one that's too arrogant, people mustn't see that I don't know. So both of those are not praiseworthy qualities. So never feel too shy, never feel too arrogant, just ask the question, no question. Bismillah. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. In its original form, that word would be mashaya. Mashaya. Yeah. But because there's something different in that word, ya is what we consider a weak letter. We're going to get there. So we will say masha. But inshallah, we're going to get there in due time. But it still follows the same structure in essence. We just modify it a little bit. But that's another change that we'll learn, and we'll see how that changes the meaning is. The question is, do all words in Arabic have 3 root letters, or are there words with more root letters? So, you could say the vast majority of Arabic words, like 95% of Arabic words, have 3 root letters. Right? There are very few words that have 4 root letters, and sometimes 5. But those are few and far between. Right? So we learn what allows us to encompass the 95%, inshallah. And then as we go along, we will get to those things, but they're of less importance. What we're doing here is we are streamlining the course such that we can understand the maximum amount of Arabic with the least amount of effort. But we do intend filling it up with all of the loose ends in due time, inshallah. So, good questions, jazakumullah. So right, you have your homework set out. What I want you guys to do now is, while we wait for the next teacher to come,